back to another video. Today I'm back with another match reaction. This time it's finished at Vicarage Road, full time. Watford 1, Swansea City 0. Yeah, you know, our unbeaten run under Sheehan's come to an end. Obviously we had 3 clean sheets on the bounce, 3 unbeaten. So yeah, it's come to an end, but you know, ultimately it wasn't a bad performance. We were undone by a mistake, and you know, it was a mistake by a player who doesn't often make mistakes, so you know, I don't think we can really say too much about that. You know, if you look at the performance as a whole, you know, it was a pretty okay performance. You know, it wasn't lackluster or anything. We created a few chances. We didn't create anything, you know, of note, but we created, you know, a few decent chances. We were trying to make things happen. We were defensively solid other than the mistakes. So, you know, on the whole, it wasn't a poor performance, and yeah, ultimately we were undone by a mistake by a player who doesn't often make mistakes, and you know, it doesn't happen very often, as I say. So you know, on the whole, you know, disappointing to lose out on points and to lose the game via a mistake. But you know, on the whole, on another day, we probably could have got a point out of that. Similarly to the Preston game, I thought was very evenly matched. You know, Watford a very good side. And, you know, Sissoko showed experience, very good finish to capitalise on that mistake. So, yeah, you know, very good finish, and he's definitely, you know, showed his experience with that finish there, and he's been able to capitalise on Franco's mistake there. But, yeah, as I said, Franco doesn't often make, you know, mistakes. He's been one of our best players this season, if not our best. So, you know, I don't think we can really, you know, pick up on that mistake too much. You know, it was a very bizarre one. You know, I think he maybe thought one of our defenders was there when he tried playing the pass, but you know, it just went loose. And yeah, very good finish from Sissoko. But yeah, in terms of the player ratings then, so starting off with Vicarage, and I give him a 7. You know, couldn't really do too much about the goal, and I thought, you know, he was pretty solid other than that. Josh Key, and I give him a 7. I thought it was one of his better performances, you know, recently, because we did see a bit of a you know, a dip, a drop off in his performances, but I thought today was one of his better ones recently, so I'll give him a 7. Josh Tyman, you know, he's been excellent recently, but I'm also going to give him a 7. You know, he's trying to make things happen. You know, he's getting forward a lot, you know, also defensively pretty solid as well. Cabango and Delquar, you know, I'm going to have to give them both 7s. You know, I know it is pretty mad giving, you know, 5 of our players 7s considering we lost the game, but as I said, we were undone by a mistake, and that mistake came from none of the back 4 nor the goalkeeper. So I don't think we can really, you know, take that away from their performance, as you know, there was nothing that any of the back 4 nor Vicarage could do about that mistake. So I think if you're talking about their performances individually, I think they all deserve 7s. So yeah, that's what I'm going to give the back line and Vicarage. And then in midfield, Lewis O'Brien and Goncalo Franco. So Lewis O'Brien, again, just like the back line and Vicarage, I'm going to have to give him a 7. I thought he was pretty solid throughout the game. You know, he was getting tired towards the end. You could tell that, but, you know, nonetheless, a very good performance from him, and he's always solid for us, so I'll give him a 7. Goncalo Franco, I'm going to have to give him a 5. It was probably his worst performance in a Swans shirt. You know, obviously gave the ball away, which led to the goal. But, you know, as I said, we can't really pick up on it too much because, you know, he never makes mistakes. You know, it was a very rare one. And I think the thing with Franco is, see, we've just set such a high bar, high standard with him, that even if he does one little mistake, you know, we're always going to, you know, notice it and pick up on it. And I think that's the thing with Franco. See, we just set such a high bar and standard that we just pick up on any little mistake. But as I said, I think today was probably his worst performance, so I'm going to have to give him a 5. And then Liam Cullen, I'm going to have to give him, I'll give him a 6.5. Had a few chances, you know, mainly headers, which you could have put away on another day, so I'll give him a 6.5. I'll probably give him a 6. You know, I think he struggled to get involved in the game as much as he would have liked, and as much as he did against Middlesbrough. Ronald, I'll give him a 6.5, you know, similar to I think he struggled to get involved in the game. And Vipotnik, I'll probably give him a 6. You know, he had a chance at the you know, early on in the game. He tried curling it in from the left hand side into the far right corner. It was not a bad effort. It was on target. So yeah, he had a few chances early on, but you know, towards the end of the game, didn't really see too much of him. And then going on to the substitutes then, so Fulton, Bianchini and Ginelli. You know, I thought they were all pretty solid. I'll have to give them all a 6. You know, didn't really do, you know, that much to change the game, but you know, there wasn't any bad performances there. You know, Fulton came on, was pretty solid. Bianchini, didn't really see too much of him on the ball, but you know, didn't really do anything wrong either. And Ginelli, you know, he ran down the right hand side a few times and put a ball in. You know, nothing really came of any of them, but at least he was trying to make things happen. So yeah, I'll give all those 3 subs a 6. And then Ollie Cooper, it's hard to rate him, but obviously I'll have to give him a 5, only because he came on in the 90th minute, so didn't really have, you know, enough time to really impact the game. But yeah, I'll give him a 5. And then Alan Sheehan, I think a rating for him, I think you'd have to give him a 7. I know we lost the game, but as I said, we were undone by an individual mistake, and if you take that away, we probably get a point out of the game. You know, similarly to the Preston game, we probably get a point out of that. You know, 2 very evenly matched teams, and I think, you know, there was nothing Sheehan really could have done there. I think he got the lineup spot on, substitutions as well. So yeah, I'll give Alan Sheehan a 7. And then going on to the man of the match then. So for me, our best player was probably Josh Tymon. But if I had to give a man of the match, you know, for the overall game, I'd have to give it to Moussa Sissoko for getting the goal. I think he was, you know, really good all round as well. So yeah, our best player, I think, was Josh Tymon, but I have to give the man of the match to Moussa Sissoko. But yeah, once again, a massive thanks for watching this. I will be back on Friday night for my match preview ahead of Burnley at home. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.